Doing a cash out refinance when you got bad credit.
What's going on YouTube? So before we get into today's video, I got some really exciting news for you guys. We're coming up on our 100th Mentorship Monday, which is incredible. Thank you guys for submitting all those questions to help me at DeRosaGroup.com for me to answer here on the YouTube page. I'm eternally grateful for all that support for me to have content to produce for you guys. And as a thank you and as a really awesome way to celebrate with you guys, I'm going to have our 101st Mentorship Monday on June 4th. And it's going to be live. I'm going to do it live here on the YouTube channel, June 4th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. June 4th, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You have to be here on the YouTube channel so you can watch live Mentorship Monday. I'm going to answer lots of questions. I'm going to have some special guests. And I just finished a book for BiggerPockets.com on how to raise private money. The book just got finished. It gets launched in July, but I'm going to do some free giveaways of the book here at that event. You got to be there. I'm going to do some other free giveaways, and like I said, I'm going to have some special guests with me too. So you guys need to check this out. It's going to be a great event with lots of freebies and lots of really cool things we're going to do and get into some questions and everything. It's going to be a ball. You guys need to be here. June 4th, 3 p.m. Please be there. I'll look forward to seeing you guys then.
What is happening, YouTube? Thank you for watching Mentorship Monday. Today's question comes from Damian from Boston. What's up, Damian? Damian's got himself a deal, man. He bought a duplex, put $100,000 into it in full renovations. Didn't say how he got the money, so we don't know if that was borrowed money from a private investor or if that was his own capital or whatever. We don't know. All we know is Damian came up with $100,000 and put it into this duplex. And he said he didn't pay much for the property, which means, and he bought it from his father, which means it could have been a deed. He might be saying it nicely, but maybe his father gave it to him, or maybe sold it to him for a couple of grand or whatever to help his son out. Solid. You got a very nice dad there, Damian. So he did put $100,000 into the place, and Damian says the property's worth around $180K. I like what I'm hearing so far, Damian. I have a monthly net income of $3,080. Now, I'm assuming, because Damian says net income, that means after expenses, after real estate taxes, after utilities, after management fees, if he's not managing himself, after whatever else he's paying, he's making $3,080, which is awesome. That is phenomenal for a property that's worth $180K. That is probably beyond the 2% rule that we talk about on BiggerPockets that I talk about here on the YouTube page. So awesome, phenomenal deal. It's all looking sunshine for Damian, except for he's got a problem here. I'm trying to do a cash out refinance, but he's having it hard to do so because he has a low credit score. What would suggest to do to get money out to buy my next rental? So Damian's got a great property that's got, he's only into it for 100. It's worth 180, so he could refinance it and pull all that capital back out or replace the private money loan if that's what he has, and set all that up so that he can do his next deal. The problem is he doesn't have a good credit score, and the bank is going to want to lend on credit. Some, like private money lenders, hard money lenders, are just going to lend on the asset, on the property, and charge a lot more interest. A bank is going to charge way lower interest and is going to want to lend a loan to you if you've got good credit, and also if you've got a good asset that they can put a lien on. So problem is Damian doesn't have a good credit, so what does he do? All right, couple options you got, Damian. If the property's in an LLC, what you want to do is just give a little bit of the LLC away to somebody. Bottom line, if for any scenario I'm going to give you, is you're going to need a sponsor, which is someone who's going to step in and step alongside you and personally guarantee the loan, put their own credit score down there, and they probably hopefully have way better credit than you do, and they will step in as a second owner alongside you, and the bank will look at their credit and then the property and give you the loan. Okay, so that's what you're going to have to do is to give some ownership of the property to somebody. Now, whether you do it through an LLC, where you give them some ownership through the operating agreement of the property, if you own it in your own personal name, then you're going to have to move it out of your own name, most likely into an LLC. So you either get it into an LLC, or if it isn't an LLC, then just give that party some ownership of the company through the operating agreement, and then you'll walk into the bank and you can refinance it at that point. Now, the bank's going to see them have probably somewhere between 20 to 25% at least of the property to be considered to be a significant owner of the property. I mean, you could ask them to buy that ownership from you, but they are putting a lot on the line by personally guaranteeing the mortgage for you and laying their credit score on the line. So maybe it's not a dollar for dollar buy-in, but you are giving them some value of this $3,000 a month that you're making on the property. So That's one way you can go with it. The other way you can go is try and find yourself a non-recourse lender. You look on BiggerPockets, just search in the forums on BiggerPockets for non-recourse lenders. Your rates are going to be somewhere around like 7%, 8%. But some of them are going to want to check your credit too. It's just for non-recourse. It means they're not going to hold you personally accountable for the mortgage. They're only going to go after the property if it goes upside down. And they're not going to give you like an 80% loan to value. They might give you 60% loan to value. So that's another way you can go with it if you don't want to give any of the ownership away. A little bit of an uphill battle and a little bit of a scraping claw to make it happen. So those are two options. The other thing I would say to you, Damon, is you got to get your credit score up. If you want to be full-time in this business or want to do more real estate stuff, and this goes to everybody if you guys have bad credit, there are ways you can get your credit up. You can, even if you got like really bad stuff like bankruptcies, sometimes time is what you need to cure those things. But if you owe money on back bills, or if you owe some back invoices to people, or just owe a phone bill from 10 years ago or whatever, just pay the bill. Pay it. Get it off your credit. Just you want to call that who that person on your credit score is. By the way, get your credit score. The first thing you want to do is get your credit report and call those people that are dinging you with bad reports and say, hey, listen, if I pay you something, will you remove this? Will you report it to the credit bureau as being, paid off and absolved? And then it will make your credit score go up. They might be willing to take a lower payment. Like if you owe, $300 to the phone company, they might take a lower payment. You might be able to offer them $150 and they'll take it and remove that from your credit report. So you got to pay the piper and you got to pay those back bills, and that's the best way to make your credit score go up. Okay. So you're not going to get very far in this business with low credit. Unfortunately, I know it's not fair, but it is what it is. That's what I submit to you, Damian, to the rest of you folks watching, is what you got to do to get your credit up, to be long-term in real estate. So, Damian, thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Send your questions to help me at DeRosaGroup.com, and I will answer them right here on the YouTube channel for you and everybody else to check out. Thank you for watching, guys. As I always say to you, have a great profitable week.